Welcome to copying and pasting. By the end of this video, you should be able to copy and paste text and files and recognize some common situations where copying and pasting will save you a lot of time. The first thing you might be asking yourself is, what exactly is copying and pasting? Copying simply means that you want your computer to copy a piece of information, and paste simply means you want to move that information to a different area within a program or on the hard drive. You can copy and paste text or images from one program to another, or from one area of a program to another area of the same program. You can also copy and paste files from one storage area and paste them to another area. One of the most common uses of copy and paste is to move text around a Word document. Since we're going to need to right-click and left-click with the mouse to copy and paste, the first thing we're going to need to do is to identify the right mouse button and the left mouse button. If you look at your mouse, the left mouse button is on the left and is usually clicked with your index finger. The right mouse button is on the right and is clicked with your middle finger. Now let's open a sample Word document so we have some text to copy. In order to copy our text, we must first move our mouse cursor to the text that we want to copy in the Word document and left click. The cursor should now show a flashing line where you have left clicked. Now we need to highlight the text that we want to copy. This is done by clicking on the left mouse button at the beginning of the text you want to highlight and holding the left mouse button down and dragging the mouse in the direction you want to highlight. When you are done, release the left mouse button. Now let's try it ourselves. The first thing we need to do is left click in the document at the place where we want to start copying. Now I want to hold the left mouse button and drag the mouse in the direction we want to highlight our text. Release the mouse button, and now we have highlighted our text. Now that we have some highlighted text, we need to right-click on the highlighted text. Move your mouse cursor so that it's hovering over the highlighted text, and click the right mouse button. A menu should come up asking you if you want to cut, copy, paste, change font, etc. We need to move our cursor over the copy option and left click. We have now copied our text. As a side note, when you right click to copy, you must right click on the highlighted text. If you right click anywhere else, your text will no longer be highlighted and the copy and paste menu will not appear. Now that we have copied our text, how can we use it? In order to paste our text, we must first move our mouse cursor to the place in the document where we want to place our text. Then we have to left click the cursor at the place where we want to place our text. Now we need to right click at the same spot and the menu will come up giving us some options. We want to move our mouse cursor to paste and left click to choose paste. And we're going to choose the first one that says keep source formatting. The pasted text is now at the end of our document. We have now copied and pasted text from one area of a program to another area of the same program. But what if we want to copy text from one program to a different program? For example, at the bottom of this document is a web address. We can copy this web address from our Word document and paste it into the address bar of a web browser. This will keep us from having to remember the address and type it from memory. Let's do so now. Move the mouse cursor to the bottom of the page where the web address is. Then left click at the start of the web address and hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse cursor over the web address to highlight it. Move the mouse cursor over the highlighted text and right click Move the mouse cursor over the copy option and left click on copy. Now let's open our web browser and go up to the address bar. I will open Internet Explorer because it's the one that's usually easiest to find as the blue E in the bottom left of the screen. When it comes up, I will left click at the top in the address bar. This should highlight the text in the address bar. I'll hit the delete key to delete this text. And now we have a blank address bar. Next, we right-click at the start of the blank address bar and move our cursor over to paste. Left-click on paste. And now we have the web address in our address bar. Hit enter. And it takes us to our web page without having to remember any of the typing to get the long address in there to get there. We have now copied and pasted information from one program to another program. You can copy and paste text from one document into another document, from a document to a web page, or from a web page into a document, etc. You can also copy and paste files. Let's open my computer and see what files are in my Documents folder. Go to the Start menu in the lower left. Left click on Computer. On the left, see Documents. Left click on Documents. And as you can see from the list, there's a file named researchpaper.docx. We don't want it here. We want the file to be on a removable flash drive. Maybe we accidentally saved it here in the default save place by hitting save instead of hitting save as and specifying where we wanted to save it. We can copy and paste this file from the Documents folder onto our flash drive so we can take it with us. In order to do this, we need to right-click on the file we want to copy, which is researchpaper.docx. I'm going to move my mouse cursor over it and right-click. When the menu comes up, we'll move our mouse cursor over the copy option and left-click on copy. We have now copied the file. Now we need to go to our flash drive. Left-click on the drive that is your removable storage drive. Mine is removable disk E, so I'm going to left-click on that. Once we're here, we right-click on the area where it tells us what files are on the flash drive on the right in the blank area. When the menu comes up, we move our mouse cursor over Paste and left-click on it. The Word file now resides on our flash drive. We have now copied a file from one location of our computer to another location of storage. Before we end our lesson, let's go over the key terms we learned. Left click. To left click is to press the left mouse button with your index finger. It should make a clicking sound. Right click. To right click means to press the right mouse button with your middle finger. It should make a clicking sound. Highlight. In order to copy and paste, you need to highlight the text. In order to highlight text, left click at the beginning of the text, hold down the left mouse button, drag the mouse in the direction you want to highlight, and then release the left mouse button when you've highlighted all the text you want. Copy. Copying means you want to copy a piece of information into the computer's temporary memory. Paste. Pasting means you want to create a copy of whatever information you've copied to the computer's temporary memory in a new location. In this lesson, we learned how to copy and paste text from one area of a program to another area of the same program, from one program to another program. We also learned how to copy and paste files from one area of storage to another area of storage. I hope you learned something, and as always, if you have any more questions, email me at fmatthews@southwest.tn.edu.